Good morning class, Sairam. Today we are going to start to solve some important numericals based on vectors. So first question in your screen you can see that vectors A, B, C are shown in the figure and we have to find angle between them. Like first vector is A, second is B and third is C. So try to see how we will find out. For that we have to take vector A first and we will see that direction of vector A is like this. It is 30 degree from the positive x-axis. So this angle will be 30 degree. Then we will check that vector B is making 45 degree angle with the positive y-axis, or you can say positive x-axis also. So this is vector B and this angle is 45. We will extend this vector up to here and by vertically opposite angle property we can say that this angle is also 45 and then angle between A and B we can easily determine that will be 40 plus this angle, that is 60. So angle between A and B, vector A and B will be equal to 105 degree. Second part is between A and C we have to determine. Okay, so for that just see where angles vector C is going. This is the direction of vector C. Okay, and this angle is 60 degree, means this one is 30 degree, or this is, you can say, 30 degree. Now between A and C, to find angle between A and C we have to make vector C first, that is having 30 degree from positive y-axis, and vector A that again having 30 degree but with negative of x-axis. Now angle between A and C will be 30 plus 30 degree plus 90 degree, that will be 150 degree. Similarly between B and C we can determine, that will come out 105 degree. In next question we have that 2 points A and B are given, their coordinates are given. First of all we will find position vector of A and it will be equal to I plus j minus k. With the help of these coordinate we can determine its position vector. Then for vector B we will write 2i minus 3j plus 4k. Now pointing, we have to determine one another vector which is pointing from A to B, and that vector can be determined by subtracting r1 from r2. Okay, that is called displacement vector. Final position vector minus initial position vector. So you will write I minus 4j plus 5k. This will be your answer. That means point C or third option is correct. In next question what we have, that we have 4 directions like north, south, east and west, and it is saying that a man travels 40 meter towards north. Suppose this is 40 meter, then 30 meter east, say this is 30 meter, and then 40 meter south. Then he will move back to south by 40 meter. Find the displacement from the starting point. So from starting point to final point, its displacement will be of 30 meter and direction will be towards east. Okay. In question number 4, it is saying that what can be the vector sum of 10 and 6 Newton. So here we know that maximum value of 10 and 6 Newton that can be possible is 16 Newton, and minimum value that is possible, that is 10 minus 6 Newton, that is 4 Newton. So this is the minimum value of force, and here we have maximum value of force. The option 8 is correct, which lie between 4 and 16. Then in question number 5 you can see it is saying that 0.5, this is a unit vector. So unit vector have magnitude of 1, and we will determine its magnitude first, and it should come out 1. Then it is saying find the value of c. So we will take square on both sides, that is 0.25 plus 0.64 plus c square equal to 1. From here you can get c square equal to 0.11 or c equal to under root of 0.11. In question number 6, it is saying that we have three vectors a, b, c such that a dot b is 0. Now we know that dot product is 0 for any two vector if the angle between them is 90 degree. Okay, because cos 90 is 0. In that case what we will do, we will try to make some projection for a and b. Suppose this is vector a and this is vector b. Both are having this angle 90. Then it is saying that vector a and c again are having 0 dot product. That means a and c are perpendicular to each other. So this angle is again 90 degree. Okay, so next is it is saying a can be parallel to. So a can be parallel to what? A cannot be parallel to b because a and b are not parallel. A cannot be parallel to c also. We know that angle is 90 degree, and b dot c is a number, that is a scalar one. The last and only option is b cross c. Let's check this option. In b cross c what we have, b is basically j and c is basically k, and j cross k is positive I. So we can definitely say that vector a is parallel to plus I. Now we have three vectors like vector OC, vector OV and vector OA. All three are equal in magnitude, and it is saying to figure out resultant force or resultant vector. So how we will solve this? For that we will take component of R, like here you can see two component of this R will be R cos 45 and R sin 45. Okay, and here also this vector will have R cos 45 one component, and second component is R sin 45. These two will be cancelled out and net will be equal to R plus 2R cos 45. That means R plus 2R into 1 by root 2, or you can say R plus R root 2. This will be your final answer. In question number 8, it is saying that we have given two forces like P and Q, and if the angle between both the forces keeps on increasing, then which option is correct, you have to tell. So we know that the maximum value of resultant we will get when both vector are in same direction. If theta will keep on increasing, then their resultant will keep on decreasing. So option 1 is correct option. Next you can see in question number 9 we have magnitude of a plus b equal to vector a and vector b. We have to find angle between them. So what we will do here, we will just try to make a square on both sides, and we know a square of any vector gives us a scalar number. So we will write a square plus b square plus 2a dot b, and it will be equal to a square. A square to a square will be cancelled out. Again we can write 2ab cos theta equal to 0. So we know that a and b both have equal magnitude. So we will write b square plus 2b square cos theta equal to 0. And from here 1 plus 2 cos theta equal to 0, or cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2. From here you can say that theta equal to 120 degree. Okay. Then in question number 10 we have two vectors, vector A and vector B. Find out the unit vector along A plus B. For that we have to first find out what is A plus B. That will be 3i plus I equal to 4i. Then 4j plus j equal to 5j. And then we will have 2k. So unit vector will be, that is A plus B n cap. That will be magnitude. That will be vector upon its magnitude. And vector upon its magnitude is what? That is I coefficient square 16 plus 25 plus 4. So it will come out 45 and 4i plus 5j plus 2k. In this way you can calculate. In question number 11 we have two forces F1 and F2 which are acting on a particle. We have to tell resultant force. Okay, so resultant force will be what? Resultant force is summation of both the vectors, that is F1 plus F2. Here we know that 2i and 3i together it will become 5i, and 2j will be 2j only, and then 4k will be added. Nothing is here for k, so we will write it 4k only. So this is our resultant force. Second part, it is saying that find angle between F1 and F2. For that we know that dot product of two vectors, that is F1 and F2, is given by F1 F2 cos theta. So this dot product will be equal to 2i into 3i. This will become 6, and coefficient of j we have 2 on left LHS, and on the F2 force we have coefficient of j 0. So this F1 dot F2 will be 6 only. Then we will write magnitude of F1, that is coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square, multiply by, we will write F2 magnitude, that will be coefficient of I square again plus coefficient of j square, and we can say plus coefficient of k square into cos theta. Okay, so from here we can write 6 equal to 2 root 2 into 5 cos theta. So from here we will write cos theta equal to 6 upon 2 root 2 5, and you will say this will come out 3 upon 5 root 2. In next question, and this will be our last question, it is saying that we have two forces P and Q which are acting at a point at an angle 60 degree. So try to make two vectors P and Q, and both are acting on 60 degree. So their resultant we have to calculate, and it is root 7q. We know that resultant of two vector can be given by following formula: p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 60. And for this we will write our resultant 7 root 7q, and it will become equal to under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq, and cos 60 is 1 by 2. So on squaring both sides we will get 7q square equal to p square plus again q square plus pq. Now divide on both sides by q square, you will get 7 equal to p square by q square plus 1 plus p by q. Now you have to consider that p by q equal to k or x. Then you will get a quadratic in this form, that 6 equal to x square plus x, or from here you can write x square plus x plus minus 6 equal to 0. Now you will split the middle term in this way. Now take common x plus 3, and then here you will take minus 2 common. Again you will get x plus 3 equal to 0. So from here you will get x equal to 2 and minus 3. In the answer our x value is given, that is 2. This is basically p by q and it will be equal to 2. So this is all for today. We have just solved some questions based on vector. In next lecture we will continue our topic motion in a plane. Okay, thank you. Sai Ram.